Hello everyone, great start. Hello everyone and welcome to STB F1 Division, the Singapore Grand Prix. Today we're at the Marina Bay Street circuit. As you can see, it's very heavy rain. I've started the stream a bit late, which I apologise for. I was having problems with the setup. Today we've got no co-commentator, it's just me, so lucky you. Let's see, is that one track at the minute? Fusion currently on track. Finds out lap. Anybody on the flying lap? Yep, Shelby Bunny. Well, it says it's on the flying lap, but I can't see any set times for him. Which we usually have when you're on the flying lap, so. Oh no, she's going on to a flying lap now, okay, so. It doesn't like it. There's a couple of people on flying laps, but nobody's set a lap yet, I don't think. No. Everyone taking the shot limits a bit too far there. I think that might have invalidated him. Right guys, I'm going to leave you on board with Shelby Bunny for a minute, because I can hear my oven beeping my dinner's in, so I'll be back in like literally 2 minutes. Right, I'm back. We've got food. So, who's in the lead at the minute? Toxic with 2 minutes 3.1. 2 minutes 3.5. Moldy with a 2 minutes 3.6. Maybe we did go well in far at the wet. CPT was having some issues to say the least. Is that a good one to start? On purpose, like gets going. Legend, I don't think he's set a time yet. I know he has, he's gone second. Toxic done 2 minutes 1.9. Miles quicker than anybody else. I don't think Smack Dizzle's that time yet. I know he has 2 minutes 5.3. I think he can definitely improve on that though. Lovely wing cam here with FRL Danger. A lot of people have really extended the track there on the exit of turn 3, I think. Okay. Not set a time, but he is. Actually, he's not that quick. He's on about 6 plates if he carries on with those sort of set times. Very strange. Usually, Ted is, you know, up there fighting for pole, but wait, he was on the inters. Full wets, full wets, full wets, full wets, full wets, full wets. Right, so Moldy's risking the inters at the minute. And I wonder if that can maybe help him grab pole. Or provisional pole. This is only his outlap. Dangerman again, they're going real slowly. Right, I'm just gonna go and check something dead quick, because if we go to setup, intermediates are the quicker tyre by a massive amount at the minute. I'm surprised that not many more people are on them. Danger man, right, that is an illegal picture. I mean, it's qualifying, so we can probably get away with it, but if he does that in the race, then he's screwed. Yeah, you can just see all the people that are on wets at the minute, just they have no grip. Ooh, JP there, barely keeping out of the wall. Says he hubby buttons on the inters. UPT kills taking it very slow in his outlap. Okay, that's Moldy. Moldy is currently 5th and is in sector 1. He's flying lap. First lap on the inters. Let's see what he can do. Alright, he's probably going to be the first one across the line on inters. I suspect that he might go pole provision. Yeah, 33.3 is the... that gives him the quickest set to 1 by over 2/10. Seeing what the set to 2 is like, he's either struggling with the oversteer through a lot of these corners. Ooh, that was Mars Formula drift through there then. Yeah, his second sector's looking very sloppy. See what his set time is, I think split's coming up, yeah, 45.6. Yeah, so that's another 4/10 on the best lap, so Inter's definitely the tyre to be on at this moment in time. See what his time is going across the line. There's only, what, 1, 2, 3, 5 corners left. I suspect him to go pole. If he doesn't, I'll be shocked. Good entrance through the last corner. Oh, he's gone wide though. Kicked him a bit there. He's only gone 6 because of that. Yeah, so that last set to cost him massively. 41-3. I know he invalidated. I wonder where he's invalidated as well. That's really cost Moldy. That could have set him up to be in a good position. We've got 4 minutes left though, so that's going to get him 2, maybe 3 laps, depending on how well he was out of fuel this lap, and he's going to have to pit. Oh, hang on, there's been a crash. I think there might have been. Why is Ted still out on the wets? What are you doing, mate? If he wants a chance, like any chance at all, of a decent lap, then he's going to have to pit now, go on inters, and then maybe he'll get 1, maybe 2 laps in on the inters. If he doesn't, then he's screwed. Coming through the last sector now. See if he pits. On board. Come on, Ted, you have to pit here, mate. It's way too dry for the wets at the minute. This would be like running inters on a dry track. Yeah, he's pitting. Smart move there by Ted. Needs to be on the inters. So CRC Hubby Bunny, or Chubby Bunny even, is currently on pole. Somebody who I didn't expect to be on pole is currently ahead of Fusion by nearly a second, 9.49, or 0.949 seconds even. I mean, saying that Fusion hasn't done a fast lap on the inters yet. Is he on a fast lap? No, I don't think he's even gone out. Unless that was him who retired, because obviously I can't see the... Like, when it pops up like such a body's retired, I can't see that box that pops up because the Twitch screen bar is in the way. You can move it, but I don't know how, so... Gotta deal with it. A lot of people are pitting coming out on a fresh set of inters, but... I mean, I know Singapore's obviously quite high tyre wear, but... I wouldn't expect them to be damaging the inters too badly, because the inters just last and last at any track, basically. Our Toxic's now out on his outlap on a set of inters, so... Maybe you can grab provisional pole back. Checking with Moldy. No, Moldy's gone pole. Well, a 159 flat, so that's really good by Moldy. Messed up his first sector a bit. You know, lost a couple tenths there, but his second sector and his third sector were really good. Third sector especially. Mind you, that might say that CRZ Chubby Bunny has made a mistake in the third sector on his flying lap. This is quite interesting. Oh, I think Marzano's retiring. Has he retired? He's just spinning his tires. It hasn't said that he's retired yet. I expect he has though, because he's just pulled off. Wedge and turn. Right, so who's... Moldy's pitted, yeah, I think this is it for Moldy's qualifying section. So, he's in second at the minute. Lev K, though, has done a 158.1. Nearly 9 tenths ahead of Moldy. Fusion, I think, is about to... No, it's just starting this flying lap. 20 seconds left in the session. I wonder who's on a lap and like can actually get another one in. Because obviously in the dry, in the last 3 minutes the track gets a lot grippier. I don't know if that happens in the wet. I mean, I presume it would, but I don't know, because obviously it's wet. You know, you're not going to find much more grip, if any. So Levke is currently in provisional pole. I want to go on board with Toxic though, because I think he might be the one who gets the actual pole. Just finishing off the second sector now, going over the bridge. Not a lot of oversteer on exit, that's very planted. Good driving from Toxic there. Of course, no traction control for the drivers in F1. All about skill level. Nice apexes there. Yeah, where he's going into the tunnel. Very smooth. Hardly any kick or anything on exit. Ooh, gets a bit close to the wall though and has to correct it. That might cost him a tenth or two. Yep, Toxic goes for original pole. Can anybody beat him? JP, the other half is on a lap. See what he can do. He's currently in P10. Certainly doesn't look as planted as Toxic. Going through the final corners now. Oh, big kick of oversteer. That's P9 though. So here's your grid for the Singapore Grand Prix. Toxic in pole, 10 in second, Levke third, Legend in fourth, Moldy in fifth, CRZ Chubby Bunny in sixth, Smack Devil in seventh, CPT Killer in eighth, JP in ninth, and Marizano in 10th. Right, so I'm going to leave the session now, and obviously I have to leave the session before qualifying ends or it causes a safety car at the start of the race, and that's just going to be boring as fuck, so I don't really want to do that. Just going to wait for Molly's invite and then we can rejoin the session. So yeah, I mean, it should be an interesting race. You've got quite a few people out of position. Maranzano especially in 10th, you know, obviously he won in Spa and he won in... Did he win in Italy? I think he did. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Maranzano can do from 10th. Molly's got quite a good starting position in 5th. I know it's raining for the race, and obviously we saw what he did in the wet in Belgium, so he could be on for another good result, which he, you know, I mean, he obviously got a good result in Belgium, then Italy I'd say was a good result for him. Yeah, I think he got P6 or 7, one of the two. And here we go, invite's been put through, so we'll join the session. I think they're on the formation lap, probably should be. Oh no, it's a dry start, so... Well, obviously it was a wet qualifying, so that means we get free choice of tyres to start, so... Let's go into race director and we can see what everyone's on. Toxic is the only person on Ultrasoft. That is really interesting. So obviously going for I wouldn't say a completely different strategy to everyone else. I'd say he's probably on the same strategy as Legend, Levkir, and Ted, but just the other way around. Morley might be trying to one-stop if he goes softer than super soft. Gonna be difficult though around Singapore, same with, everyone back to JP then is on softs. Marizano's on supers with the cars around him on softs, so obviously he's gonna have pace over them at the start. And then Total Pure is also on super soft, so maybe he can gain some positions off the start. So, I mean, you'd think that if Ted gets a good start, he can run away with it. But, I mean, it depends how long the ultra softs last. That's going to be key factors, like, when does Fusion have to hit? Because, there's been a crash in the back. Yeah, Fusion probably wants to build a gap to the likes of, probably build a gap over maybe Moldy, like all the people that are on softs, because, I mean, if he then comes out on ultras or supers, and then he's stuck behind people that are on one softs, that's going to slow him down massively and hand the race at Ted, basically. So yeah, if he can get a gap over them, then it should be alright, but if not, and he has to come in too early that he can build a gap, then he's going to be screwed. Right, so I think I'm going to start the race with Ted, just so that then we can see Fusion as well, and an overtake if there is one. Okay. Alright, 5 red lights, and away we go for the Singapore Grand Prix. Everyone's been held, nobody started, there's been a lag start. That's lovely. The left kid tries one, Ted doesn't get through though. Toxic is just gone, he's probably got a couple tenths to Ted already. Crash in the background, that was a McLaren. Who was that's retired then? So he has the Chubby Bunny from P6, I believe. Unlucky for him. Looks like he maybe got tapped, or maybe he's got a bad exit and hit the wall. It's definitely his left hand side tyre that got ripped off. Well, currently Morley's jumped to whoever was in 4th place and is now up to 4th himself. Fusion's, oh, there's been another crash. Who's this? Or was it just, yeah, it was just Chubby Bunny leaving. So, okay, so Levkir's got a bad start. Fusion's not pulling away as much as I thought he would on the ultras. He's maybe a 10th or 2 a sector. Hang on, let's go on board with 10 and see what the gap actually is. Okay, that was a bit of a weird fall head there. 1.2 seconds a lap. Now let down to about maybe like 9/10, maybe a second with the. I mean, because Ted definitely got a worse start than Fusion. I don't know. I honestly don't know how this race is going to play out because everybody's on a different strategy. Honestly, I think it all depends on how far Fusion can take those ultras. If it can take them... I don't know. Well, this is the thing, I don't know how far the tyres go, because it's been ages since I've done a 50% race at Singapore. Molly's dropped off his grip a little bit. Let's see what's happened to him. That's a great camera angle there. Oh yeah, he's on the softs, isn't he? So it's understandable he's dropping back a lot. It's only 4th though, so that's a good position for him. You know, he might be able to make the one-stop work and possibly, I don't want to say win the race, but maybe get a podium. Yeah, the gap's only 1.5 to Fusion. Or his tyres going off already, because last gap he pulled 1.2 seconds, this gap is only 3/10. As we go across the line, it pulls up to 6/10, but... Is that all over the back of Ted, is that? So that's not good. Legend? Yeah, it's Legends, it's all over the back of Ted, so... There's definitely some Legends up. Legends is probably going to want to get past fairly soon if he wants to get after Fusion. Remember, Ted and Legends are probably on the same strategy, so the overtake's probably going to have to be done on track. Okay. Yeah, Mara's exactly what I thought he'd do, and just absolutely munching everybody that's on the soft tyres. I mean, by the time he pits, he probably wants to be around about with Moldy, if not ahead of him. I mean, starting on the super soft solid which stuff, you're definitely doing a 2-stop around here. Marzano maybe thinking an overtake? Yeah, Smack does lose less than 3. Like, you're on the quick fire, make this go past, don't want to lose any time battling. Which is a smart thing to do, really. Legends is getting ever closer to Ted. Definitely a lot closer going through turn 1 than he was the last lap. I mean, he's just choking on my food. Toxic's pulling away to the point where I can't even see them down the straights nearly. But again, he was going to have to pit a lot earlier. And if he comes out in traffic, then that's his race, basically, you know. He's going to have some issues. Everyone's looking pretty spaced out at the minute. What's Marzano doing? He's 16.3 seconds from the leader. How far is Moldy off? Moldy's 11 seconds off lead, so it's, you know, about 6.5 second gap between him and Marzano, but I expect Marzano to be able to close that fairly rapidly. I know it's now 13 seconds. I think I just read it wrong, Dolly, sorry about that. 13 seconds, how fast Marzano off? 16.3, so it's a 3.3 second gap. Ted doing? Ted's now pulled a bit of a gap to Legends, so I think Legends probably made a mistake somewhere. Oh! Ted's in the wall and is out of the race. No contact with anybody there, he just had a bad exit. Will that cause a safety car? That promotes Moldy up to 3rd. But with Marzano hunting him down, he could soon be back to 4th. Oh, and I've now got a sound glitch, which is quite annoying. Yeah, it looked like he just maybe hit the curb too hard on the entrance and then didn't have enough turning to make the corner. That wall, as we know, there was, it's claimed quite a few drivers in, various different league races over the years. It's quite hard to get right. And if you get it wrong, then it is unforgiving. So I think the next big battle we're going to see on track is between Maranzano and Moldy over third place. You'd expect Moldy to maybe be the nice guy and let Maranzano 3 considering he's on different tyre strategy, but I mean, if I was Moldy, I wouldn't want to give up that third place too easily. Obviously, he's only had one podium this season in Spa when he got second. Would have won if not for the penalties, so. Yeah, look at Molly, he's just driving a defensive line, blocking off the racing line, making Maranzano take a different line that's maybe slower, and maybe more risky than what he would like to take. I was going to say, is Maranzano going to go for a move? No. How's Fusion doing up front? In fact, let's see what his lap times are like. Yeah, so his lap times are dropping off now, so I think his tyres are wearing away. Back and forth with Maranzano. Still behind Moldy. On the quicker tyre. Obviously Maranzano and Molly know each other quite well, they've raced with each other for a while, so Molly's going to be knowing where Maranzano's going to make a move, what his driving style's like. And that's going to help him defend. And Maranzano has got a better run than Molly. Molly's taking the inside though, blocking it off. Oh, Maranzano's been forced off the track there a little bit. He's conceded the place though, so that's, not a problem. Hope that still hasn't paid. Is that time still dropping off, or did he just have a bad lap? No, his lap times are definitely dropping off. 1:45.6 compared to his best lap on lap 2, which was a 1:43.7, so it's nearly 2 seconds slower a lap at the minute. But let's see what Levke is doing. Not Levke, Legend, sorry. How you got 2 warnings on 1 lap on lap 4, and that's giving him a penalty. So yeah, Legends is running the same lap times. But I suspect that next lap and for the laps onwards until Fusion pits, then Legends is going to be setting better lap times. Let's go back to Maranzano Molly quick. Maranzano's passed. Right, hang on, somebody gets retired. Levke is retired. Okay. So I wonder what's happened there. And is it going to cause a safety car? Didn't have one for Ted. Doesn't look like we've got one for this incident either. But now Maranzano's next target is going to be Legends, who's on the super soft as well, so it's going to be slightly more difficult for Maranzano to catch Legends. clip the wall there. On the way into a Singapore sling. Looks like he's got away with it. I can't see a puncture. This sound glitch is so annoying. I'm very sorry. Right, so how's Morley doing? Definitely dropped back now. He's back into 4th, you know, behind Marzano. Who's that? There's somebody else who's binned it. No, I think that was somebody leaving. I think Fusion's probably gonna have to pit this lap. He's staying out. How far do you want to take this ultra sauce? Because Legends is definitely catching him now, there's no doubt about that. You can visibly see it. I was about to say who's that car parked off of turn 1, but that's my manor. They were tired. $18 to Marzano. 3.5 is the gap to Legends that Toxic has. Let's see what it is coming across in that split. It's coming up to it fairly soon. Wait, is that... There's no way that car behind's Marzano. I think it... Is it... Who's the other Force India? Yeah, it's Total Pure, so I think it's Total Pure, because it made 2 pit stops, so it would make sense it'd be a lap down. Okay, so Fusion pits, let's see what tyres is going on to. Pulling into his pit box. He's going on to another set of Ultras. So... Ultra soft maybe? For Fusion? Molly's got past him. Crucially though, he's going to be much faster than Moldy now, because Moldy's on warm softs and Fusion's on fresh ultras. It's going to be basically easy pickings for Fusion. So he took those 9 laps. So it makes sense that he's going to pit again on lap 18. Maybe it can take him a bit further because of he'll be lower on fuel, which means less tyre wear. So yeah, 18, maybe 19 for Fusion, so that's pit stop. Oh, Molly coming right in front of Fusion there, that was a bit iffy. Yeah, he's letting through though. Okay, so Marzano. 13 seconds off of Legends. Legends lap time's dropping off yet. Let's have a see. 46 flats. More or less consistently for the last 3 laps, and then before that he was doing 46.3 and a 45.6. His tyres seem to be holding up okay. Yeah, that's definitely not bad. I won't say that he needs to pit yet, because his tyres are... If they're dropping off Grad Cliff, we'll view here. We go across the water. Molly must be so frustrated at the minute. Whenever he finds himself in a podium position, within a lap or two, he's instantly back into 4th place. Again, though, you know, a 1-stop could be the strategy that helps him get... Oh, he's clipped the wall, though. I think he's got away with that. Very lucky there for Molly. That could have easily been a race-ending incident. No surprise that Fusion sets the fastest lap of the race. Is on new ultra softs. What's happening with Legends? If I was Moldy now, I'd be looking at when Legends pits, because that's really going to tell Moldy whether or not he can make the 1-stop. Because it makes sense that however many more laps the supers can go than the ultras, the softs will be able to go as many laps longer than the supers. So basically, if Legends pits now, that's 3 laps, so Moldy'd pit around lap 15. But then his tyres would run out on lap 27. I reckon Moldy can do it. As long as he's not punishing his tyres massively, he should be able to do it. It should be alright. I mean, if he pits around 17 or 18 on the softs, and then he should easily be able to make the supers last. Is he gonna pit? No, Legends doesn't pit, so... Tyres still looking okay. There any battles currently on circuit? Fusion's catching Maranzano. So this is going to be one to watch. Remember, we're expecting Fusion in again around lap 18. We've probably got 5, maybe 6 laps left on these ultras. But not many more laps where they're going to be, you know, fresh and making up loads of ground. This is a very open race at the minute. I think any of these top 3 guys could win. Maybe even Moldy, you know, you never know. So if he gets to lap 18, then he's going to have to take the... If he pits onto the supers, he'll have to take them 13 laps, which is doable, so... Yeah, I'm just shocked if we saw him go onto the softs at the next stop. Yeah, so... Is that another retirement? Who is that? Smack Devil's binned it in the wall. No, Danger Line's just gone through the incident. Trying to get a camera angle of where he's binned it. So that's the, what, 3rd crash? 4th? 4th? JP's binned it as well. So JP and Smack Dizzle had a crash. I don't think so, because last time I checked, JP wasn't out of the race. So we currently only have, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people left in the race. It's not looking too good. Right, Toxic. How? Oh, Marazana's been spun by Toxic! That definitely looked like an audacious move. I don't know whose fault it was, because I only caught the end of the incident, but... as always, any crash that is caught on stream... Wait. Was that Marazano? Yeah, it was, because Fusion's in second. I thought that the four-cylinder head might have been Marazano instead of the one that just spun. So yeah, I'm sure Marazano's not going to be happy about that, but again, I don't know whose fault it was, because I didn't see the actual contact. Definitely looked like Fusion maybe didn't give Marazano enough space, but it also looked like Marazano could have maybe got out of that. I don't know. We'll have to talk to the drivers in the podium interview, because obviously if they both get in there, that's going to be something to ask them about. What is Legends doing? Legends is in the pit, so he's gone on to lap 15 on the soft tyres. Super soft even. He's put the softs on, so he's going to try one stop. Very interesting from Legends. Of course, Fusion's got to maybe make one more stop. If he goes on to the Super Zod softs, he's easily got, you know, enough laps to finish the race. So Toxic leads. Marzano's second after a crash that spun him. Don't think he's got any damage though, so he's very lucky there. Who's in third? I think it's Moldy. No, Moldy's in fourth, so Legends has come out ahead of Moldy. Wow. So does that mean that Marazano's going to be pitting soon, I wonder? I mean, he probably is if Legend's taking his 15. Well, no, he pitted on, would have pitted on lap 14, wouldn't he? So taking 14 laps. Alright, so let's see what Marazano does. Oh, he spun it, coming out the corner. Saved it though. Right, so Marazano's in. So I'd be expecting Marazano to also go into the soft tyres and do a one stop. Let's see. Yep, soft tyres going into Marazano's car. So clearly going for the one stop. Molly goes past into third. Now this is going to be interesting because Molly is obviously going to come out of the pits in fourth. But he'll be on the quicker tyre at the end of the race. He'll be on the super softs, I'm guessing. Unless they can take the softs to lap. If he wants to finish the race on ultras, he'll have to take the softs to about lap 22. Which I wouldn't put past him if the supers can do 15. He'll definitely be pushing them, but I reckon he could do it. Just depends how much time he'll lose to everyone else, really. Right, so that's 15 to Legends. Fusion's gonna be pitting in the next couple of laps. I don't think Moldy will overtake him. I think he'll come out in second behind Legend. But obviously on the super soft tyres and obviously quicker. And with Legend going to the end, we're gonna have to see an on-track overtake if Fusion wants to win the race. Obviously Singapore isn't the hardest track to overtake at, but it isn't easy either. There's a lot of 90-degree corners where you don't really want to be making an overtake in case you lose your front wing. Or even worse, a wheel. Yeah, Maranzano's already caught up to Moldy. Oh wait! Oh, thank God, I thought Maranzano just put it in the wall there. But no, it was... Was it Total Pure? Total Pure's got a left rear puncture from that incident with the wall. Very unfortunate for him. He just pitted as well. Total Pure's made 3 pit stops this race. He is not having any luck. So Total Pure's on 4 pit stops now. Once it comes in for this puncture. Molly and Dangerman, the 2 people who haven't pitted. It's not really worked out for Dangerman, you know. I think he's a bit too far back to really make it work. And, you know, get into the podium places. But Molly could definitely be in with a shout here. Especially when he'll be on the quicker tyre. Wait, what's happened to Maranzano? Maranzano's lost a bit of his front wing, so what's happened there? I think he's hit Molly somewhere, or hit that Mercedes when he's going past it. So is he gonna pit for a new front wing? Maranzano's pitting for a new front wing. Maranzano's not having any luck at all either. Obviously had that crash with Toxic early and managed to avoid any collisions. But now he's had this incident with Molly and he's lost a bit of his front wing. He's changing it. Going on to the supers, same as Molly, I'm guessing. Yeah, Molly's come out of the supers as well. So Dangerman is now in 3rd, but he's yet to make his pit stop for the Superstars. Expect to see Toxic in either this lap or next lap. And after that, I wouldn't expect anybody in, again, unless there's an incident. Yeah, very unlucky for Maranzano. Has Total Pure made it back yet? Total Pure has just made it back. Only's sort of held Toxic. Yeah, so you can see he's got no front wing and that left rear puncture. Very unfortunate for him. Toxic going on too. Yep, super soft, as I guessed. The Legends is going to take the lead of the Grand Prix. But now Fusion is going to be much quicker on newer Supersofts compared to Legends worn softs. They won't be that worn at this stage, but I mean, I don't know, it depends. Because at some point you've got to think that yes, Fusion's on the quicker tyre, but at some point they're going to wear out, and the Legends being on the softs. Basically, Fusion's going to have to overtake Legends within the next sort of, I'd say about 8 laps. And after that, they'll be around equal pace until maybe the last couple laps, and then Legends is going to be coming back at Fusion. Fusion is currently 13.6 seconds back from Legends. This is going to be a very interesting race. Hope that we don't get any safe cars or anything that spoil it. So... Marzano in 5th. Has Molly caught Danger Man yet? Molly's past Danger Man. So I think he's pitted. Yes, Danger Man's now pitted. He's in 4th, so he's jumped Marzano. No, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so everybody's on a one stop up front apart from Toxic and Danger Man. Not Danger Man, Marzano, sorry, but that's through no fault of his own. He was probably going to do one stop as well. Then we have Total Pure on a 4 stop. And then the rest of the grid have DNF'd, so... Whoops. One minute 6 on leader. How far's Morley back? Morley's 52 seconds behind the leader, but how far's Fusion back from... So Morley's got 41 seconds to make up, basically, on Fusion. Which isn't going to happen because they're both on around about the same tyre strategy now. They've lined up, if you get what I mean. So really, I'd say that the only positions that are being fought over at the minute are 1st and 2nd. Fusion's gained 2 seconds in one lap on Legends. I said he needed to catch him and overtake him in around 8 laps. He's gained 3 seconds now. So 3 seconds a lap, he's gonna catch him and overtake him in time, hopefully, and then have about 4 or 5 laps to pull away. And then Legends is probably only gonna have 2 laps to catch him back up once his tyres come back to him, being the better tyre. I'd say this race is probably Fusion's. Because we don't know about penalties though, do we? I mean, I'm not going to look at penalties because that's going to spoil it. But that could be a factor. It depends how close they are on the line. Molly, who said before tonight that he doesn't really feel confident at Singapore and that he feels his best tracks are behind him. Currently in 3rd place, so his one stop's paid off. Partly because of a Marzano incident. I don't know whether that was with Moldy or Danger Man or whoever. But yeah, Marzano's had an incident and that's played right into Moldy's hands. Saying that, how far is Marzano back? It's about 20... Is Marzano paying again? Why is he taking a drive-through? No, it's paying again for ultras. So I think he's just... He must just be going for fastest lap now, you know, a bit of pride. And that's definitely counted Marzano out of it. He's now been lapped by Legends. Fusion is absolutely steaming along now, he's on fire. We're 7.4 seconds back from Legends. Nine laps to go in the race. Still catching by quite a bit of lap. Certainly looks like he is. Yeah, it's already come down to 6.9. Right, the legends. See what his times are like. I'm gonna scroll down as quickly as possible to avoid penalties and shit. So he's got 2 penalties. Right, I've already spoiled that. Great one, Shaq. No, his lap times have been consistent, so he's got good tyre wear still. As you would expect though from the soft tyres. Total pure. He's had an absolute mare of a race. Had 4 pit stops, a puncture, broken front wing. Toxic Fusion now 6.3 back from Legend. Let's see what it is across the line. 5.9, so it's taken roughly 2 seconds out of him on that lap. I'd say 3, maybe 4 laps before he catches him. Hopefully Maranzano gets out of the way. No, it's just there. But maybe Maranzano's going to help Fusion because it would give him DRS. So depending on how quick Maranzano is, which, you know, is going to be quick, is on ultra softs. Maybe Fusion just wants to tuck him behind Maranzano, not overtake him, and just use him as a tow basically to get towards Legends quicker. Saying that the blue flags are out, so Maranzano's going to have to let me pass. Oh, Maranzano! What you doing? What are you doing? That was clearly a swipe. Maranzano has just taken Fusion out of this Grand Prix and robbed us of a battle for the end. I'm sorry, but that is inexcusable. If that's not a quali ban or a race ban for the next race, then I don't know what is. That was absolutely ridiculous. You already had the car straightened up and everything, you can't even say that was oversteer. Well, Moldy in danger man aren't complaining. This has allowed Moldy to get into 2nd place. Albeit 52 seconds behind the leader, so there goes the battle for the lead. I'm saying that how far's Dangerman back? No. It's like 18 seconds to Moldy. Absolutely ridiculous. So what was it thinking? Hang on, I'm just gonna message Fusion and just ask him what the hell was going on. And we're back. Is there a safety car? Get the VSC. Oh no, Pierre's got another puncture. Are you kidding me? This time on his right rear. If Pierre didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck at all. Really. So it looks like we've got 6 laps of Legends just running around at the front of his zone, which is going to be fun. That's dangerous. I can catch more there. Doesn't look like he is. He's dropping back more and more. Mo is maintaining the gap to Legends. Pure's made it back to the pits. So what pit stop is this for him? I think this is 6, isn't it? Or 5? Yeah, that's his 5th that he's just done. But he was already on 4. I still can't believe Maranzano did that. I really can't. If he tries to defend himself and say it's oversteer or something like that, then I'm just going to say it's bullshit, because you already had your car straightened out. And then you just turn left on a straight and into Fusion. Here's the thing though. If Legends cocks up and hits a wall, Mulder could be in with a shot of winning. I mean, Legends has a 50-second gap, so I'm suspecting he's just gonna like take it easy and try and avoid the walls. Welcome to the most boring race finish that you've ever seen. Here we see a wild old Legend X driving around Singapore by himself. He has no cars within a minute of him. All he has to do is bring it home. Just notice those soft tires do work well with his helmet. Molly bottled it yet? Nope. Molly's looking fine and dandy. I mean, there's always a chance that maybe Legends is going to get a puncture. It's been on the tires a while, but I doubt it. You know, Moldy did how many laps on himself? Like 19. We saw 5 laps of this. Please kill me. The race was going to be interesting until... No, I thought we had another DNF then, but it was just somebody leaving. Oh, there's another one. Not a DNF? Nope. Yeah, everyone's still racing. I'll say everyone, there's 5 bloody people left. Let's have a look at Legends lap times. We know he's already got 2 penalties, but it doesn't matter now, really, does it? Constantly in the low 140, high 145s. Compare that to 10 laps ago when he was doing low 145s. They're not really falling off, like a little bit, but you know, it's not like puncture level. That Danger Man. No, Danger Man's still a while back. I think this is going to be his first ever podium, isn't it? FRL Danger Man. Good on him. It's always good to see somebody new on the podium. So once again I just realised that we sent some scripting at Singapore. No, we had it in, when was it, 2008? Yeah, 2008 with the Renaults. When they obviously had, who was it? Nelson Piquet Jr. crash to make Alonso win. We then had some scripting in AOR last season when P1X script took out majority of the grid, and we had to rerun the race. And now here Maranello's taking out Fusion when Fusion could have, well, he was going to catch Legends. It's just something about Singapore that creates scripting, which is a shame because it's a good track. Personally, it's, you know, probably in my top 5. I wouldn't say it's in my top 3, but definitely top 5. So yeah, let's just go on with Legends because I've got to go and do something for a second. And I'm back. Right, so anything happen with Multi? No. How boring. Anything happen with Legends? No. How boring. Dangerman. Dangerman's turning kind of looks like he's using a keyboard. It's like going like frame by frame when he turns. Well, this race was going to be exciting at the finish, but oh well. Sure, Maranello's going to get what's coming to him, which is a grid penalty, aka a quality ban, or a race ban. Probably won't get a blacklist, because it's the first time he's done something like this. Very unlike Maranello. Disappointed in him, really. Molly's struggling now on the exit. His tires were going off. Let's have a look at the lap times. He has only one penalty. Oh yeah, well, no, they're not dropping off too badly. Two laps left before we see Legends win. Ooh, clip the wall on the exit there. Coming around, I'll start the final lap of the race. Just waiting for Legends to finish the race so that I can actually do something interesting, which is interview the top three. I would literally be rather watching paint dry right now. I'd love if he'd been down the last corner. Like, he's got a 50-second lead and he just goes and does that. So, the winner of the Singapore Grand Prix, Legend X. I think that's his first win of the season as well, so congrats to him. Some could say that, you know, maybe Fusion would have won if he would have finished, but there's no proof of that. Molly now, God, is only going into set 3. Wait, his car's ghosting. Why is his car ghosting? Doesn't look like he's run out of fuel, still got pace. So I'm gonna invite all of the people that were on the podium. Come on. Molly in second.
Okay. Hello.
Just waiting for Danger Man to cross the line.
Yeah, Jack Hotwood, I'd just like to say something before you conduct the interviews, which is going to be quite quick. I'd like to say sorry for all the viewers. Hasn't been the most entertaining of races. We do apologise. It is June, which is the main month for exams, so I hope you can all understand about the back turnouts. It will be sorted out in the next 2 weeks when the exams are over and we get lots of new drivers coming back that are doing their exams. But also like to say sorry about the incident between Maranzano taking Fusion out of the Grand Prix. Fusion has a few words I think Jackie wants to say on the stream. And then
right.
Yeah, you can. He's in the pie. So if you can, I don't think Friday night joints. If you want to ask me a question, Jack, you can, and then Fusion, and then we can wrap things up.
Well, considering you got second Moldy and Danger Man hasn't shown us, we'll start with you. You're obviously on a different strategy to the front runners around you, doing a one-stop, like the opposite way around to what everyone else did.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that maybe if Fusion and Maranzano stayed in the Grand Prix, you could have got a podium, or do you think you looked into it today?
Well, it hasn't been the most entertaining Grand Prix. I got very bored in that race. I'm quite happy that you still broadcasted it, Jack. But no, I'm really happy with my result. P2, pretty decent for me. Got another 18 points. It's been a good past 3 races for me, getting some good points. Not like in the best of fashion, but I have got some good points, and I think that I can carry that over into Malaysia and Japan and try and get some more points. But I just want to say sorry again, and all that. And if Fusion and Maranzano stayed in the race, I think I still could have got a podium as Maranzano. If Maranzano didn't decide to do what he did, I think I could have still got a podium, as he crashed out, as you may have seen, Jack, and I was able to get through. But yeah.
Yeah. Legends, today's race winner. How do you feel about that?
Well, today, I think if the music was still in the race, you probably won. So, don't think it's really fun.
Well, he had penalties as well, but I think he definitely would have caught you at the rate he was going.
Yeah, I don't know how many second penalties, but you know, still happy to win. Would have won
understandable. And Fusion, I hear that you've got something to say about what happened.
Well, it's just embarrassing Maranzana, really, isn't it? It's- why?
I saw the accident.
At least he's getting kicked from the league, though. That's the only positive that's coming out of it. It's just knowing those guys can go for the win, but other than that, yeah. Very irritating.
It is what it is. I'm sure you'll bounce back in the next race, considering how quick you are.
Thank you. Hopefully.
Okay, so if nobody else has got anything to say, Moldy, do you want to wrap up the stream?
Yeah. So it hasn't been the most exciting Grand Prix, but thank you ever so much for watching the Singapore Grand Prix. We hope to be back better than ever in Malaysia, where we will have new drivers. Hopefully, Fred said we'll be back with you, Jack. And yeah, it'll just be a much better Grand Prix. Join me and TSR Cal. If not, perhaps me and Fusion again for tomorrow's GP2 Singapore Grand Prix. I'm gonna have to ask you about that, Fusion. But no, join us. Join me. Whoever's contacting with me, join us tomorrow, GP2 for the second Twilight Grand Prix. I do go on about it a lot, but it is quite unique because I don't think any other leagues have it. It's a nice event. As it's kind of it's GP2's Twilight race. You know, F1 has Abu Dhabi, GP2 has Singapore. So do join us tomorrow night at 7 p.m. where Jack Hotwood will be continuing his championship fight, but he has got a lot of good people around him that can definitely try and take advantage of things that might happen. So join me and whoever contacting with me tomorrow night for the Singapore Grand Prix in GP2, and hopefully be a cracker. Goodbye.